Hari Om, kids! In today's session, we will continue with the series on Shankaracharya ji. In the session of 15th of March, we learned how Padmapad left the ashram of his Gurudev, Shankaracharya ji, and went for pilgrimage despite not having his permission. Padmapad eventually started living at his maternal uncle's place in Chola region. He had forgotten his Gurudev's advice that do not go to the house of any acquaintance and do not stay at one place for too long. But Padmapad stayed there and started preaching and ate whatever people brought him as food. People greeted him, gave him gifts, and hailed him. And in this way, many days passed. What happened next, we will know in today's story. After this, in Sanskriti Suvas, we will know what discoveries were made by the great Indian scientist Aryabhat and how his discoveries are being used. Then, we will learn about health protection, and in that section, we will know what should be done to avoid heat stroke on summer days. So come, let us start today's Bal Sanskar Kendra by remembering Pujya Gurudev.
Now all children will hum Omkar. Hari Now, children, we will do Tratak. Tratak increases our concentration and memory power. Now it's time for the story. PADMAPAD'S Pilgrimage Part 2. One day, PADMAPAD was in his room at his uncle's house, working on his commentary on the Brahma Sutra. Just then, his uncle arrived. Uncle asked, "Son, what is the scripture that you've been keeping very carefully for so many days? And what are you writing in it?" PADMAPAD replied, "Uncle, Bhagwan Vedvas composed the Brahma Sutra, the greatest text of Vedanta. He appeared to my guru, Acharya Shankara, and instructed him to write a commentary on it. My guru completed the commentary, but it's still a bit difficult for ordinary people to understand. Therefore, he assigned me the task of simplifying it so everyone can understand Vedanta and the Brahma Sutra. That's why I'm working on it." His surprised uncle said, "Oh, may I take a look at it?" "Of course. Have it." PADMAPAD'S uncle was in fact the chief of a group of ritualistic scholars. He used to perform rituals at people's homes to earn donations. When he read the scripture, he was shocked by the strong opposition to ritualism. And PADMAPAD'S arguments were so precise that no scholar could refute them. If copies of these books reached the general public, it would inspire faith in Vedanta and people would abandon rituals. If this happened, no one would seek the services of their ritualistic community anymore. Thinking of this, his uncle became deeply worried. The next day, PADMAPAD said, "Uncle, I've stayed here for quite a while. Now I'm willing to go to Rameshwaram to complete my pilgrimage. After that, I'll return to my guru." Uncle said, "Very well, son, as you wish. But I have a request. The scripture you've written is excellent, but I haven't finished reading it. Leave it with me, and when you return from Rameshwar and go back to Kashi, you can have it back." PADMAPAD said, "Uncle, if you find the scripture valuable, you may read it in full. I'll return after a few days, but please remember, this work is the result of many months of hard effort and its service to my guru. It is dearer to me than life itself. Please take care of it just as I have." Uncle said, "Don't worry. You can go without any worry, my son." PADMAPAD left for his pilgrimage. After his departure, the uncle read the entire scripture and grew even more worried. He decided that the scripture had to be destroyed at any cost, or else their ritualists and scholars' livelihood would be at stake. But how to do it without giving any doubt to my niece? He spent several days thinking about a way to destroy the scripture. Finally, he devised a devious plan. He placed the scripture in a small hut among some broken household items. Then, late at night, he quietly set the hut on fire. All the contents, including the scripture, were destroyed. By the morning, he sat near the burnt hut, pretending to be in deep regret. When villagers gathered to ask what had happened, Uncle said, "I don't know how, but the hut caught fire at night and everything inside was turned to ashes." Saying this, he pretended to cry even more. People began to sympathize with him. By noon, PADMAPAD returned from his pilgrimage. Seeing him, his uncle cried even louder and said, "My son, I don't know how, but the hut caught fire during the night." PADMAPAD said, "Don't worry, uncle. I'll stay here for a few days. We'll build a new hut together. Please don't be upset." The uncle was delighted from inside, but continued pretending to show his grief. Then he said, "Son, your scripture was also in the hut, and it was burned to ashes." Upon hearing this, Padmapad felt mentally devastated. He was speechless. Holding his head in his hands, he sat down on a stone. Months of hard work had gone to waste. He recalled his guru's advice: don't stay at the house of a relative. Do not stay in one place for too long. Filled with regret, he broke down in tears. The days have gone in the past, and one didn't devote to God. What's the use of regretting now when the birds have already eaten the crop of the farm? What happened then, we will know in next session. Now all the children will say aloud, Jai Sadguru Bhagwan Ki Jai.
Quiz competition. Now's the turn for the knowledge science competition. You will be asked a question and there will be 4 options to answer from. You need to give the correct answer in 10 seconds. The question is, which mantra did Naraji give to Balya the court sage Valmiki in his previous life? A. Mara Mara. B. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. C. Om Namo Narayana. D. Om Namah Shivaya. The correct answer to the question will be revealed to you at the end of the session.
Now it's time for the glory of Indian culture. Contribution of Aryabhatta. Children, Aryabhatta was a great scientist, mathematician, and astronomer of ancient India. The discoveries he made continue to be foundational pillars in mathematics and astronomy around the world even today. In this session, let us learn about his contributions to the field of mathematics. Did you know that the concept of zero in mathematics was discovered by him? Yes, Aryabhatta was the one who defined zero as a number. Before this, zero was only considered an empty space. This was a revolutionary discovery. Since then, zero has been used in the place value system, algebra, and astronomy. You might have read somewhere that the formula for pi was discovered by the Greek scientist Archimedes. But do you know that centuries before him, Aryabhatta described it in his book Aryabhatiya in the following way: add 400 to 100, multiply by 8, and then add 62,000. This rule gives the diameter of a circle whose circumference is 20,000. That is times 104 times 8 plus 62,000 divided by 20,000 equals 3.16. Accordingly, the ratio of the diameter and the circumference is 3.1416, which is accurate up to 4 decimal places. He was also the first to use negative numbers, which was completely a new concept in mathematics at the time. You must be familiar with trigonometry. Do you know that Aryabhatta was also the first to discover formulas and successfully calculated the area of triangles? The formula he developed were called Jaya, Koya, Utkaram, Jaya. These are known today as sine, cosine, versine, and inverse sine. Aryabhatta even created the sine table, showing the values of sine angles from 0 to 90 degrees. The subject of algebra, known in English as algebra, was also used for the first time by Aryabhatta. So children, as you can see, such great and advanced discoveries in the field of mathematics were made by none other than our own great Indian scientist Aryabhatta. These discoveries are still accurate and widely used today.
Activity. Now it's the time for the activity. There are 7 centers of spiritual power in the body known as chakras. These chakras are our subtle body. All the children will write these chakras systematically in the order from bottom to top. Let's see who writes the correct answer first. The chakras in scrambled order are Vishuddhakya Chakra, Anahat Chakra, Swadhisthana Chakra, Sahasrar Chakra, Agya Chakra, Muladhara Chakra, and Manipura Chakra. The answer is number 1, Muladhara Chakra, number 2, Swadhisthana Chakra, number 3, Manipur Chakra, number 4, Anahat Chakra, number 5, Vishuddhakya Chakra, number 6, Agya Chakra, number 7, Sahasrar Chakra.
Health safety, ways to prevent heat stroke or Lu. During the hot days of summer, the hot winds that blow are called Lu. When you're hit by Lu, your face turns red, your pulse starts racing, breathing becomes difficult, and your skin becomes dry. You feel very thirsty, and sometimes you might even experience pain in your head and neck. Occasionally, people even faint. During the days when Lu is blowing, it is important to drink plenty of water. Those who drink at least 1.5 to 2 liters of water in the morning are less likely to suffer from Lu. When it is very hot, it is advisable to wear loose, light-colored, and airy clothes. You should take a bath twice a day. Drinking water or buttermilk before leaving home helps prevent Lu. Drinking lemonade is good for your health. Cover your ears while going out. To avoid Lu in the summer heat, eat mulberries daily. Eating mulberries helps in reducing stomach, kidney, and urinary tract irritation. It heals liver and intestinal wounds. Eating mulberries daily strengthens the brain. If you get Lu to relieve its effects, boil raw mangoes and mix water in its juice to make a solution. Add a little rock salt, cumin seeds, mint, and drink it. Narayan, 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 Narayan. With this, today's Spa Sanskar Kendra concludes. We will meet again next week with a new knowledge-enhancing topic. Until then, Hariom.
The correct answer to the knowledge science competition question is A. Mara Mara.